I'm sure you've all heard of the story of elephants in Thailand, and you might wonder how such big creatures are tied down by just rope and to fences or trees, and it's actually because of a limiting belief that holds them back. And yeah, today I'm going to go deeper into it. And so, firstly, our beliefs shape our success and failure, and our beliefs that we hold about ourselves directly influence the outcomes in business or in life. And these limiting beliefs can sabotage our efforts and potential and can be barriers to success. And I remember coming across a video about, and the speaker talked about how when he was 19, he worked every single day after starting his business. However, he only earned about £300 a month. And he believed that, and that basically created a limiting belief that he wasn't ever going to be a good entrepreneur. However, after he was just about to quit, he realized that he hadn't given everything he got. And so he followed Bill Gates' business plan, and he eventually managed to sell his business for £135,000. And so basically he managed to break out of his limiting belief and prove it wrong. And there was a famous quote by Tony Robbins, which went, "The thing keeping you back from what you want is the stories that you have in your the stories that you tell yourself." And so yeah, basically, the only thing stopping you from success is just like I said, your self-limiting beliefs. And so how do you get rid of them? So the first step is to identify and question your beliefs, your limiting beliefs. And so so awareness of your beliefs is the first step to breaking free. And you have to ask yourself, is this belief 100% true, and where is the evidence for this belief? And that just helps you, I guess, question it, and it helps you really ask yourself whether you truly believe it or not. And it just helps you realize that it's not actually a fact, but it's just a feeling of fear. And so, for example, I remember when I thought I was quite bad at public speaking because I've had quite a few experiences where I didn't really perform well in presentations. And however, I asked myself, when were there times where I actually did do well? And I also asked myself, is this really true? And then it helped me just break out of my belief, and now I've improved a lot, and I'm able to speak in front of others a lot more confidently. And of course, it's hard, since it's hard to change things that we've believed in for years. And it's normal to have these limiting beliefs, since actually scientifically the average human has 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts per day, and 80% of those thoughts are negative, just like self-limiting beliefs, and 95% of those thoughts are the same from the day before. And so the brain has been reinforcing the same beliefs over and over. And I remember a time when I was presenting something, and in front of my class in history lesson, and it was about colonialism. And I remember that I didn't really do that well, because I forgot my lines in the middle of the presentation. And that basically created a self-limiting belief that I was not really that good at public speaking. And whenever I had an experience where whenever I had to present something in front of other people again, I always thought back to that experience. And so that just kept on reinforcing that belief. And however, it's not actually a fact. It can be broken. And actually 85% of all of our worries and negative emotions actually never happen. And so to break out, firstly, our brains contain neuroplasticity, and we can unlearn things just like we learn them. And so if you keep telling yourself that you can do it and you're good enough for it, then you eventually believe it. Secondly, you can develop a growth mindset. And so if you believe you're not good at something, you can add a yet after it. And so with public speaking, you could say, I'm not good at this at public speaking yet. and it basically just forms something in your mind where you believe that you can improve after after practice, and you can take action to develop the new evidence. And beliefs are strengthened by experiences, and so if you take action to I guess go for more presentations, you can eventually create evidence that you're not actually bad at it, and it was just a belief that was holding you back, and you'll also improve because practice makes perfect. And just like for example, like I remember my mom always, when she makes dumplings, like when she wants to boil the water, after maybe 5 minutes, nothing's changed. However, when it goes to maybe 10 minutes, the water starts to boil. And so it's a bit like taking action to develop new evidence, since from the 1 to 9 minutes, nothing really happens. I mean, there's actually things happening down below on the surface. However, it might not seem like anything, and only on the 10th minute does it actually change. And it's the same with this, where if you take a lot of action, maybe nothing happens at first. However, eventually you'll improve. And finally, to surround yourself with a supportive environment. And so your environment shapes how you your environment shapes if you want to improve and continue forwards, or just give up. And so, say for example, if the people around you always said that you weren't good at it, and so you shouldn't try it again, then you'd obviously feel like you never wanted to do it again, and you wouldn't, if you ever came across an opportunity like that, you wouldn't take it. However, if the people around you told you that you weren't good enough yet and you could improve, and they gave you advice, then you would feel like I guess, like you could improve, and if there was a chance to ever improve your skills, then you would take it. And so I think overall the main points to take away are that firstly, our beliefs are very important, since they shape our success and failure. And so you have to break free, and even though it's hard, first identify and question your beliefs, and then break out by mainly taking action and developing a growth mindset. And we might find it easy to think the elephants are stupid for not being able to break out from the ropes. However, it's actually very similar to humans, where we can't break out of our limiting beliefs. And there's actually two ropes holding us back. One is just physically, but the other one is mentally, where we believe that we can't do it. So I hope you learned something. Thank you for listening.